Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I am here at Subaru Port Richey for a very special review. What I want you to do right now is, if you're a true car enthusiast, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a few deep breaths. And what I want you to remember is, what was your first real car that you wanted, that you went out and bought for yourself? Something that, you dreamed about and you made it happen. Well, guess what? I have a review today of my good bud Spencer, who works here at Subaru Port Richey. He just turned 18 years old. The way that I know him is he's actually one of my old students from a few years ago, because I'm a high school teacher. He made his dream come true, and he did it himself the good old-fashioned way with hard work. I have his dream car, a 2013 Chevrolet Camaro SS. So, like I said, hopefully you closed your eyes, you thought about that dream car. I remember back in 1985, Firebirds were the big thing, and when I finally got my driver's license in 1992, I went out and bought myself a 1985 Pontiac Firebird all by myself. That was my first car. But we'll get back to that story at another time. I want to focus on his dream car because it is something that's so special. Many people in the industry thought millennials did not care about cars. They thought that they would just, ride buses or walk or ride a bicycle or a scooter or whatever. Guess what? I'm very happy to say they do care about cars, and you'll see all the love that he's put into this 2013 Camaro. So, little history lesson. Camaro's been around since 1967. They were beat. Ford came to the industry with the first pony car, that 1965 Mustang. It was in 1964 when they released it. By 1967, Chevy knew they needed something, and that's where they came out with the Camaro. Camaro was all about performance, just like a lot of other performance cars. In the 70s, things fizzled out. In the 80s is where we start to see things start to slowly take a turn for the better. The problem is, by 2002, once speed was really picking up, Chevrolet decided to cancel the Camaro. It was mind-blowing. People around the world were like, what the hell's going on? They said that there'd probably never be another Camaro. Well, guess what? I'm very happy to say 2010, it came back. And they did it in a way where they took some of that old styling and they brought it into the 21st century, and that's what we have with this 2013 Camaro SS. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front. I really, really like the front of that 2010, 2013, like we have here, Camaro SS. I really, really like the fog lights. I like the placement of the headlights, and even the turn signals. It really harks back to those 1960s, that late 1960 feel. You have the SS badge. If you ever wonder what does SS stand for, no, it doesn't mean super smart or super slick. It's super sport. That is going to guarantee you that underneath that hood is a V8 engine pumping out plenty of power and torque. One thing I'm not a big fan of, I wish they could have done something a little different, is made this center scoop functional. Get some air going into that air box. That would definitely aid with horsepower, and also really just hark back to that original performance. It's not about fake things, it's about things that are functional. But I do like the lower grille area. It really has that late 60s Camaro feel, even though it's a car from 2013. And this is what he dreamed for, and he made it happen. And like I said, young people out there watching Raiti's Rides, you too can make it happen. What you need is a plan. If you have a goal and you make a plan, you're good to go. If you don't make a plan, a goal just becomes a dream and never happens. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side. With 2013, they had these huge 20-inch wheels, very simplistic, 5-star design, but hey, it works, and this is something that Spencer wanted. So I'm not going to sit here and knock the hell out of the car and say, I don't like this, I don't like this. Am I a big fan of this? No, but it works. It's a 20-inch wheel. You got the Brembo 4-piston calipers, going to give you some nice stopping power, and I love the condition of the car. He went out, he wasn't going to be able to afford a brand new one, but he found a great used one that is in really, really nice condition. I do like the Camaro badging on the side. One thing I would like to see is that red, white, and blue emblem that goes with that Camaro badging that harks back to those early days. I think that would have been just a little bit extra nicer touch. I love this dark gray. What's cool is that with this cloud cover, it just looks kind of flat, but in the sun it really pops. There's actually some metallic in there. As we work our way back, there's probably the thing that most people talk about are these side windows and the back window. Not the easiest car to look out of, but hey, it looks like the concept car that Chevrolet did and unveiled to the public in that mid-2000s. So they really pulled it off and were able to get this through production. As we work our way to the back, very, very nice deck lid spoiler. It's body match colored. I do like that. Just enough of kick up. And then I do actually really like what they did for the taillights on the 2013 models, more so than on the newer ones, especially what's coming out for 2019, because remember, there's going to be a light refresh for 2019. Very clean, very classy. You got your dual exhaust, you got this huge rear diffuser, gives it a very aggressive look from the back, and that's what I think is one of the many things that Spencer loves about this car. He loves how aggressive it is from the front and the back. Let's go ahead and see one other thing that Spencer really loves, that engine underneath the hood. Let's check it out. All right, guys, there we are underneath the hood of this Camaro SS. There's that V8 6.2 liter, over 460 horsepower. Look at how clean this engine is. Like I said, Spencer found a cream puff. You could eat off of this engine. That's how clean it is. When it comes to classic American muscle, it's real easy to get to the plugs, the wires. You know, my biggest gripe, if I'm gonna say anything, is this plastic cover. I do like it though, the way it looks. I mean, the silver really has a metal look to it. It's just, you know, I think they could have done a little something with that intake. These cars could have such beautiful intake plenums like they did back in the 90s, and looks like a work of art. But at the end of the day, it gets the job done. You're getting plenty of power going to those rear wheels. And speaking of driving this car, let's go ahead and take a look at the interior, because there's some really nice things happening in his dream car. All right, guys, I'm inside his dream car, his baby, his 2013 Camaro SS. Check out the door panels. Really cool what Chevrolet was doing with bringing in some of the outside color, that gray, on the inside of the door panel. This does have the Boston premium sound system because this is a 2SS. So the way Chevrolet does their levels, so to speak, of options, you have 1SS, 2SS is coming with all the bells and whistles. You have the navigation, you have the wonderful extra gauges that hark back to the 60s. He did go with an automatic transmission. He wants consistency. He's going to be taking this car to the track to drag race it. You want that consistent shifts, and like I've said before, the automatic transmissions in today's cars are just amazing. Look at these seats. Tom was even saying this thing is a cream puff. It really is. Very nice light gray with the darker gray. I like the SS embroidery on the headrest here. If Tom could show you right there, that nice SS embroidery. I like the perforated leather in the center, and it's a good quality material. Very, very nicely done. You can see the auxiliary gauges down there with voltmeter. You got oil temp. You have transmission temp. When's the last time you've seen a transmission temp gauge on a car? I can't remember that. You see how they bring the gray into here, and they also brought the two-tone. I actually, I know it's going to sound shocking. I do like the inside of this car, interior-wise, better than the new SS, especially the convertible that I drove in California. I really think that it's a nicer feel in here. Speaking of feel, why don't you come around and check out where you'll be sitting behind the wheel of this car. All right, guys, I'm behind the wheel of this 2013 Camaro SS. Very, very comfortable place to be. Steering wheel's a great size. It's got the SS logo down here. I do like the gauge cluster layout. It really harks back to that early 60s. You can see the tachometer as I step on the throttle here. I just like the font, I like the color, I like the feel, and I like the layout. Up top, they have a wonderful frameless mirror that's auto self-dimming. This has full navigation, fully loaded 2SS. I love the Chevrolet down here on the sill. I think he really found the perfect car for himself, and can you blame him for that? Hard work does pay off, guys. I don't know about you, I'm ready to wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been one hell of a day here. This storm's about to come in. If you have not subscribed to Raiti's Ride yet, hit that button. I want to thank Spencer for letting me borrow his car. This is how we get it done. The storm is coming. I will see you all on the next ride. Check everything out.